I think JFF should be charged criminally. I think they should lock up everybody in the JFF. Keeping a secret camp. Oh, come on, man. How can you do this?
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, sports fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Your favorite analysts are here to provide their feedback on the latest happening in the world of sports. Now, after Sports DTM reported last week that the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Ministry of Sports ordered that the training camp being hosted by the JFF at the Captain Burrell Center of Excellence at UA be shut down and players remain in isolation. But before we go into the details, please remember to hit that subscribe button. If your subscribe button is still red, it simply means that you have not yet subscribed. So hit the button and thank you and welcome to the Sports DTM family. Now, analysts, several things happening with the JFF as we speak. Isolation, possibly players being positive for COVID while the team is in isolation. I know a lot of persons blaming JFF for this. What you call it now, illegal camp. But who is to be blamed? Rocky.
Well, Kurt, there's enough blame to go around to everybody. We can blame the JFF for hosting an illegal secret camp with 40 players it's reported, putting the players at risk, at danger, their health and everything, breaking the national laws, the disaster risk management order. But they'll tell you that they were just a little bit anxious in getting sports back in order and getting football going. We can blame the Ministry of Health and Wellness and as well as the sports ministry in terms of the process, how long this has taken place to get sports back on board. So there's a lot of blame right around for everybody. We just hope that the players are safe and they are well.
Can we really blame JFF for this?
Absolutely, we can blame JFF for this. What are you doing trying to host a secret camp with 40 people? You know you would have gotten caught. Can't be a secret. 40
Ray,
people, 40 families.
Ray, you support this?
Of course not. I will never support this. However, in a sense, I can't really blame JFF alone on this matter. You know, you need to get the local based players involved and give them a chance to practice. And this is probably the only opportunity you can get. You know, you have up and coming matches, and this is the best opportunity to get some fitness in for the local based players. So while you want to put blame on everybody, you know, you can understand the rock and hard place that JFF find themselves in actually trying to get some fitness in for the local based players.
I mean, Eddie, apparently there was a match scheduled for the 11th of February against Panama. And of course, JFF would have needed the camp to be held so that the players can be in shape to play that match.
Yeah, definitely. They would need some help there. But again, the 40 players, I don't know where they get that figure from. Because I think they were just wasting the players' time. I don't think they need 40 players. Probably you need a squad of 21 or even less. You know, because there's no way you're gonna include all the 40 players or even half of that. So they could cut down the numbers. I know they wanted some local players to be a part of this Panama game. But as I said, they should cut down the numbers if they're going to try to pull off
what Panama game?
But is it possible to cut down the numbers when you really don't know the shape of the players or the fitness of the players? So that's probably why they add so many players in the camp.
Well, maybe that's a good point. That's a good point.
But Tigat, why is it that the Ministry of Sport it takes so long to respond to JFF requests? Because JFF indicated that them write a letter. And if the ministry are going to say no, why the ministry don't just say no? And if the intention is to say yes, why them not just say yes?
As I said this before, JFF thinks that things are going back to normal, and it's not going back to normal. I think JFF should be charged criminally. I think they should lock up everybody in the JFF. Keeping a secret camp. Oh, come on, man. How can you do this? All right. Things are not all right. They're keeping a secret camp of 40 members, right? All right. Say they have a match coming up against Panama. We have more than enough overseas-based players that are now playing for clubs, right? Or are actively involved, right? Actively involved for you to get them together and play a game, right? The clubs who have quarantine and test them and see if they have COVID and all these things. Now they're keeping a secret meeting, a secret camp, COVID breakout in the camp, and all these things. And they JFF just lose their mind. You understand? They say they write to the Ministry of Health. They should wait for a response before convening this meeting. These players should be tested before they go into a camp. Yes, sir. You can't keep in a camp and these players are not being tested. Where, in which organization, in which sports, they're going to keep a camp and the players are not tested? Where?
Higgins,
Where?
this analysis is crazy.
JFF don't have any money for testing, remember?
Yeah.
Very crazy. How them find out that 2 players get tested positive? I mean, come on, the tests clearly happen.
No, they find out when the ministry got involved. The ministry got involved. Then I figured the ministry had paid for the test, not the JFF.
Listen, man.
That's
what they should have done. They should have get.
But just to clear up that it's not because the JFF had the camp while there was a breakout of the virus, right? Just to clear that up, fans out there were not saying JFF caused a breakout of the virus.
We never said they caused a breakout. They keep a camp without testing the players. They keep a camp. They keep it a secret. Hold on, man. They keep a secret camp without testing the players. And this is what happened. You understand? Let the ministry test some players, test 10 players, 20 players. You understand? And then you keep a camp.
But you got to be even like the ministries were interested in getting sports restart right away.
But Brocky, considering that most of the overseas-based players are from England and there is no flight from England now, it would only make sense to use local players.
Yeah, quite so. I mean, the gate locked. The JFF was actually onto something. They pretty much realized that was going on, realized the conditions that were imposed on them, and just tried to make a steel fight in hosting a secret camp. Problem is that they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
But I mean, me still I try figure out why the ministry takes so long to respond to the associations. I'm sure JFF being in the position that they're in, first of all, they're not very good negotiators. So the Panama negotiation would have taken them a very long time to settle. And we're assuming you're based on your track record, JFF. And then to now write a letter to the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Sport. I'm sure they would have indicated all of the dates that are important to them, but the ministry get the letter and somebody put it down on them desk without it.
Because at the time the whole disaster risk management kinks were being worked out.
This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. The JFF at it again with their plans are locked thereof. A little iffy with the Ministry of Sport and the Ministry of Health, but we want to hear your views in the comment section below. Did the JFF erred in their plan to host the secret camp, or did the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Sports delay too much? Tell us what you think now. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come and join the Sports DTM family. Be blessed.